take me to the ferry. This is the neighborhood we live in. Pretty cool. How is everybody doing today? Means hi, how are you in Khmer? Wow, today is hot. We're gonna head back into the city and start our journey there. While I head to the gym, I can spend some time talking about Cambodia, giving you guys some information, telling you guys why I love Cambodia and all the beautiful things this country has to offer. So I'm gonna hop on the boat real quick. It's about to take off, so I gotta run. Okay, I just got off the ferry. Oh my gosh, today is hot, and Cambodia is pretty much always hot. Night, day, it doesn't matter. But in the month of April, it's a summer here. So can you imagine just even hotter? But can't let that stop me. I noticed in Asia, especially Cambodia and Vietnam, during the day, people don't like to come out. My speculations is because they don't want to be dark. Because here in Asia, being dark is not sexy. So the opposite of America, the light people want to be dark. Here, the dark people want to be light. So it's just crazy how the difference of culture, the things that we like, the things that we think that's sexy is almost like the total opposite on the other side of the world. All right, let me call my tuk-tuk and then continue this conversation. Okay, while I wait for a tuk-tuk, I think now is just a good enough time to talk about tuk-tuk riding. And if you're in Southeast Asia, download the Grab app, make your life easier, because people are gonna hustle you. Even though I'm Asian, doesn't matter. I'm not Cambodian, and they can tell I'm not from here. So one thing I don't like is the haggle about prices, because they tend to like charge me like $3 to $4 depending, when the rides normally only cost like $1.50. So to save the hassle, I just download the app and then just get it going from there. Sama tutuk. Hello bang. Before I forget, also with the Grab app, you can order food. So they could just bring it right to you. There's a bunch of restaurants that use the Grab app. So it pretty much is almost exactly like, if not, like Uber Eats. Sometimes when I'm lazy, I'll just order Grab, have them delivered to me. And then, you know, always tip. I always tip. It makes the people here, it brings a smile to their face. And I have a rule where I tip the same amount as I would do in LA. So I'll give you an example. You know how when we go to restaurants in LA, we tip like anywhere from 15 to 20%. So I would do the same here. Even though tipping is not necessary, I like to do it because everyone works hard, and the tip that you give here just goes a super long way. Most Cambodians, they make anywhere from $5 to $10 a day. So imagine only making 150 to 250, 300 a month, and then, you know, you're able to tip someone $5, and it just brings a smile to their face. And you know, I try to do that as much as I can. Of course, I can't help everybody, but every day I try to help one person. So if I can feed one person, that's what I aim to do. This right here is the new Mercedes electric, so it just shows, you know, the level of rich compared to the poor here. So the rich here, they got it, and the poor are poor. Not like America, where I feel most people are in the middle. So the separation between the rich and poor here, it's very noticeable. And the rich here live, rich anywhere live very good, but in Cambodia it's just even more chill when you have money. You know, you can just do anything you want. You can go out, eat wherever you want. So that's one good thing about, you know, just having money in general, right? I know money, they say money doesn't buy happiness, but man, when you have it, it definitely gets rid of a lot of the headaches. Because I know how it feels when you don't have it and you're struggling. And that's what I notice about Cambodian culture, where in American culture, you know, we can dream big, and the thought of just having a dream, like if I want something, you feel like you can actually attain it. Here, you know, they're worrying about their next meal, how they're gonna survive the next day. And of course, that's not everybody, but for the majority of the people, that's how it really is. You know, the opportunity is very slim here. So to have the ability to wish for things, it's almost unattainable here. This is the gym right here. They got this little cool area where you can eat, get coffee. And really quick, I just want to show you the food prices here at Natura. So for a grilled honey chicken, you can get a whole plate like this for $3.30. If you want some steak and eggs, $13. And then from seafood, fried vegetables and stuff like that, you can get it for $5.50. Whew. I just got done with my 3-hour workout. Today was extremely hot. Let me show you what this gym has that's pretty cool. It has this little coffee cafe here. You can get some light snacks, or you can get some food here. I just want to show you the price. For $4.50, you can get some grilled fish with spaghetti, fried fish salad for $4.50. Now, that's pretty affordable for most Western foreigners, but for your typical Cambodian, it's kind of expensive because, like I spoke to you about before, the average Cambodian makes $5 to $10 a day. So eating here would literally be half of the salary. Imagine being in LA, right? And you're making $100 and your lunch was $50. That's what it equates to. Anyhow, I just ordered my tuk-tuk. It should be here in a few minutes. Did I say I love Cambodia? I love Cambodia.